Okay, so how did this prairie in the middle of the city happen?
The Prairie began when RF purchased the property in 2009. And originally the site was the home to the Wheelhouse, which was a restaurant that featured a mystery dinner theater and a parking lot. And once RF got control of it, we decided to rip up a parking lot and plant a prairie. A prairie is typically not what you would see along the river in this area, but prairies once covered 10% of the state, and now less than 1% remain. So we planted this kind of plant community to highlight an endangered plant community throughout the state. The prairie is great for different types of pollinators. So we have anywhere from honeybees and bumblebees to a variety of butterflies and caterpillars visit. It's also great habitat for the 3 native snakes to this area: the Butler garter snake, common garter snake, and the brown decay snake. Also lots of really prominent songbirds use this area for either breeding or during the migratory season as stopover habitat. So they like to forage on all the flowering seeds, or some, like hummingbirds, really like the nectar from the flowers. Well, now during fall, I have a few favorites. There is stiff goldenrod, big blue stem, and probably our bur oak trees that we've planted to kind of create more of those shade areas for savanna species. But it's a bur oak.
Nice.
Quercus macrocarpa. For the fall, it's pretty erect. It has a wider leaf. So this is common milkweed. It's done blooming right now. It has its little seed pods on it, but when it is blooming, it has this kind of globular shaped flower that dangles anywhere from like light pink to mauve. It has a really fuzzy, broad leaf, and on the undersides of the leaf is where the monarch butterfly lays its eggs. They're very tiny to see with the naked eye, but usually they're laid on the bottom of the leaf by the butterfly, and then the caterpillar likes to forage on here, and it'll chomp on all of the leaves while it's growing nice and big. And then these pods contain hundreds of different seeds of this plant in it, and they're all nicely arranged with what we call chaff, which is like a little fluffy material attached to it. And as it ripens, this pod cracks open. Eventually the wind will pick up the seed by the chaff, and that's how it is dispersed by wind pollination. That's the common milkweed. But this one blooms orange and has alternate leaves, and it also has kind of a clearer sap than the common milkweed, but still equally as important for pollinators. So this purple plant right here is rough blazing star. There's a few different blazing stars that are native to Wisconsin, but the common milkweed might be the host plant to the monarch butterfly, but this is like the creme de la creme for the monarch butterflies as far as enjoying the nectar. They will often be visiting this in, handfuls of butterflies at a time. So if you really want to attract monarch butterflies, I highly recommend the common milkweed in tandem with the rough blazing star for that nectar source. But it's a really pretty bright purple. In the aster family,